Alright, firing up the stream.
Sounds good.
Hopefully it will continue to work today.
Did it work yesterday?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Well, the first game, it went down, and then I watched another 10-minute like tutorial on everything to check and like what should be checked and what shouldn't be checked, and there were a couple of things that were a little off after an update, so I fixed it and it worked for the rest of the stream.
That's good.
Well, hopefully this is the trick. What's up, everybody? Try to pop out the chat again. Do you get off, like, are you taking off any around Thanksgiving, or do you just get Thursday?
I just get Thursday.
Okay.
But yeah.
Gotcha. But Black Friday doesn't really affect you guys too much. I mean, you'll be shipping more, but...
Yeah. Cyber Monday does, though.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, about to get destroyed.
Uh-huh. Giving everybody that, like, football pep talk. Alright, we gonna do this! Let's go! Hyping them up.
Right. That's right.
In the warehouse.
That is right.
Bring in some football helmets and just, like, headbutt them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll say Tom Brady didn't get to play this week, so bye week.
I know. That last game was very promising, though.
Yeah, they look good.
And he had, finally, it looked like the Misfits were kind of firing. Like, he had some of his, you know, old guard available that were doing some things. But there were a lot of people I'd never even heard of that were, like, catching that time, so hopefully he's...
I mean, that's just, like, in my mind, that's, like, vintage Tom Brady making wide receivers, like, no names, just players that can play.
Yeah, just
like,
getting them to pop off.
Like, if you watch Patriots, he was thrown to, like, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Not just, like, Edelman and Gronk, but, like, there was so many people that he was thrown to.
Yeah, like Edelman, and then, like,
like
Amendola, and just all these little, like, small white guys. Like, he turns them into all-star receivers.
I'm telling you, like, he makes people around him good. And that's what I think makes it. That's what I feel like makes him so great.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
like even when he doesn't have like the best people, he just finds a way to make him good.
Yeah, I guess it just takes a little bit to adjust because, you know, they had
Oh,
so many
yeah.
people injured right now. He just couldn't do it instantly, so they had a few
Dude,
kind of rough games.
I think the NFL this year, they blew it so much in the preseason. Like, nobody was playing, nobody like wanted to, like, I mean, I know Tom Brady was dealing with his things, but like you could definitely tell, like, the first like 6 to 8 games of the season, there's so many mistakes and stuff like that. And now it feels like every team's starting to finally find their groove.
Yeah.
What must be done?
What's up, Prophet Niwa? Demonic Embrace and Conquer for Rakan. Fortunately, I don't think that's it.
Oh, man, it sounds good. That sounds good.
I mean,
sounds tempting.
Yeah. The thing with Rakan is you don't want to stay in like, you do not want to stay in there. His cooldowns are so long and he's so vulnerable. You go in and you get out. That's his whole thing. That's what really makes him unique. I mean, it's kind of like the dancing thing. Yeah, ban Soraka. I don't want to deal with that shit, man. Like, it's really hard to get an advantage on her in lane just because she heals everything. And then she scales really well. So if you don't, like, shut them down later, then she'll just outscale you if they have any tanks on their team. So it's like, you can beat her, but she just kind of puts you on the clock. It's kind of like Yuumi does that too. But Yuumi doesn't sustain quite as much in lane as Soraka does after the nerfs. And then Sona is like similar, but I feel like She just doesn't do quite as much healing as Soraka. Soraka's win rate's lower, but she's just really annoying to deal with. I mean, maybe I should have banned Lucian. Lucian's who I have been banning that's really obnoxious too. Phase Rush, no. I know you guys want me to play something that's weird, but like... Unfortunately, item-wise, Rakan is relatively solved. There are some adjustments, but... Oh shit, their whole team is magic except for Miss Fortune. I'm going to do double magic runes. Because Miss Fortune's going to be present E on me too in the lane, which is magic damage. So we definitely want mercs. Yumi is really obnoxious to deal with too. I mean, when I'm playing Rakan, I want to be against like engaged tanks, but nobody plays him these days. Leona, Nautilus, that type of stuff. Alright, I'm going to wait till we get in the game, and then I'm going to minimize it. I'll pull the chat back up. So I think when it crashes and when it's weird is like when I try to mess with the minimization and the screens and stuff while it's still loading. Like, the problem with Phase Rush, the big thing is, like, Rakan is very squishy. And Guardian helps tremendously. Like, if you ever play Rakan without Guardian...
Oh yeah, destroy hope, bring the second coming of darkness, get some new hair gel. I'm almost out.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not streaming it in HDR, but you can probably, like, maybe get a little bit more of a sense of it. It just takes up so much bandwidth and so few people do it, and it was just causing some problems. But I think OBS fixed it where it doesn't look, like, super bright now. It can at least translate it back to sort of just 1080. Yeah, maybe I get Mikhail second, too.
Minions have spawned.
Definitely want just a lot of magic resist. But yeah, so the problem with Phase Rush is, like, you really don't need movement speed to get out. Like, it doesn't help you get in. And you really don't need it as much to get back out. Because you just E back out. So, it doesn't do a lot for you, and the rest of that tree is not that great either. Like, you don't really need Mana Flow Band, Scorch, you know, it's not that great. Like, Water Walking could be okay, but it's like this green tree, even though it's been nerfed, is still, like, the place to be. And Guardian is like, you just need that. Like, it helps you protect your allies, but it also helps you early on, because you're going to get hit when you go in most of the time. Like, you could try Aftershock, but it doesn't help your allies out. And typically you don't get a lot of resist to help scale with the Aftershock, so... I know Guardian seems kind of boring or lame, but it's just like, that's just the best in my experience. I mean, Glacial is okay if you want to, if you just like really want to try something different. If you just gotta be different, Glacial's alright. Because that does add a little bit of extra utility with the slow. And like, them nerfing Stopwatch, or not Stopwatch, but like the full Zanya so much is kind of bad for that build, because then you don't get as much value out of the free Stopwatch. And you really don't want free boots because you need your boots earlier than, you know, 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, Amumu's top. Shit. Damn. Well, that's good we got the kill up there. I just got binded. At least I wasn't under tower. That would have been really bad if I got binded under tower. I gotta respect Lux a little bit more here. Wow, what a massacre.
Yes.
Yeah, he just tried to gank tops. That means his bot is... Yeah, there he is. That's where all his camps are going to be. I'm trying to get better at timing that.
Echo's coming down.
Yeah. Did she already... Okay, she already got the thing, so they're just wasting time. Alright. You gotta just make sure she doesn't get invaded. Alright, so he's probably just going to path top. So we'll warn Aatrox at like 5:30-ish so he could get ganked. Alright, they're gonna probably take it back here. They could maybe try to do dragon, but I don't think so. We need to back too.
I only believe in myself.
They're gonna have a window where they could get dragon, but actually, let me do an awkward buy. But I need to get mercs like ASAP. And then maybe lock it. I don't know. Okay. Hey, what's up, Prophet? What's up, Austin? Do you think there's any particular reason why Koreans are so good at League? Yeah, a lot of people speculate about that. I think in general, East Asian cultures are much more disciplined than the U.S. Not about or like the West. Not about everything. I mean, the more interesting question to me is like, why is Europe so much better? Because they're also Western. Fuck. Okay. Well, it's probably dead though.
That's one.
But yeah, they just been doing it for longer, and I think they're just more disciplined and they just work harder. Honestly, it's in their culture. Like, they are really, really hardcore. Like, I've talked to. I used to get a lot of Chinese exchange students, which is not Korea, but I think it's a similar, like, work ethic style. And it's, like, unhealthy, though, like, how hardcore they are. Like, he was telling me they have 10-hour school days, 6 days a week. Like, I've had several Chinese students tell me that's basically 10-hour days in school, and then you have to, like, practice an instrument and do, like, homework for basically an additional 5 hours. So it's, like, almost literally your entire day, maybe 1 hour or two is not doing something school-related when you're in school. But the rest of it is that, and the standards are just extremely high. I mean, the suicide rate in South Korea is the highest in the world, I think, because they're so stressed all the time. Okay, let me just get a ward in here while he's gone. So I don't think that it's necessarily healthy, but they are just like very dedicated. Like they probably practice way longer. I don't know their exact regimen. Yeah, you got caught that. I don't know why I'm trying to talk to him. But guys, I mean, this is just a perfect example. Like, I literally leave tower once, immediately dies. Doesn't understand why he died. Muting.
Living the dream.
Two down.
Yeah, it could, but a lot of times, I don't know, and I don't know what it is about their culture, but it's just very good at stuff that requires a lot of focus and concentration. I don't have all the answers, but it's just culturally, it's not just that, it's a lot of things. Typically, you know, a lot of people from Korea, and, I mean, there are good scientists in the US too, but China, Korea, all that, a lot of times they're very, very good at math and science too. On average. That's just their culture. Like, they're just very good at sort of memorizing and handling analytical data, you know? That's just how they roll, man. I don't know. There's like I think they're very cutthroat and hardcore on parenting too. Which again, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a great thing. So you're super stressing out your kids. But I know there's a lot of pressure from parents on their kids to be good at something, especially in math and science. I know I had a friend from Sri Lanka, and I mean, India is kind of that way too, to some extent. They don't really have much of a video game scene for some reason, but like with the math and science stuff, they're pretty hardcore about that too. Where my friend at my previous university was from Sri Lanka, and he did and he did humanities stuff. He was going to grad school for English, and they would all just like laugh at him and kind of make fun of him, like in a silly, like kind of joking way, but kind of not, because he would hang out with a lot of these other people from South Asia. He was part of some like club or group or association of them. But yeah, almost everybody was there for something in math and science. It could, but I mean, I don't know. They're just... That's just why they're good at it, man. That's why they dominated so long. Now, again, I think the more interesting question is Europe, I believe, has a very similar cultural style and very similar kind of hours they put in and all that stuff, and they almost always outperform NA. So that's a more interesting question. Is why is Europe so much better than we are? I mean, part of it also, another theory is the volume of players theory, which is there are way, way more players in Korea and China than there are in the US. And so the competition is just going to be much higher, because when you have more people competing for something, then the competition's just better no matter what it is. It's the reason why you have, you know, Division 1 schools and, you know, in sports, and then other schools, because people recognize when you go to a really big school, you know, there's going to be, or you're playing in a place that has a lot of big schools, you played in that kind of division, then, does he have Rift? Why the hell is he pushing that? cooldowns. Oh, he already used Rift. Okay, I didn't even see that. Okay, I don't think they have anything. She doesn't have Exhaust either. Nice. So that's the other theory, is that there are just way more players in those places. And that kind of explains Europe, too, is there's, like, way more players in Europe than there are in NA. Like, NA, of kind of the 4 major regions, quote-unquote, like, NA has the lowest player base. And I think a lot of the player base plays it in NA, plays it on a more casual level than people in other places, too. I think just culturally it's seen much more as just kind of a hobby that you play. I think, like, first-person shooters are far more popular in the US than they are in some other places in the world.
Doing the right thing was boring. I'm way more fun now.
Well, Europe, like, almost very consistently beats the US at international tournaments. But yeah, and they have way more players. China, I think, has the most players currently, and then probably South Korea, and then probably Europe, then probably NA. Oh, I'm sure Faker gets offers all the time. From, like, every team. It's like, name your price. One of the guys from the winning team is coming to NA next year. I think it was it their mid laner? Or their ADC? Somebody. Getting a huge paycheck. And then some people are like, why are you ruining your career by going to NA? It's like, dude, they're probably paying him, like, a fucking stupid amount of money. And you don't have very long to be relevant most of the time in an esport. Right? It's far less than most, like, normal sports. Nice. So it's like, hey man, like, okay, you could keep playing in Korea or go back to China or wherever you're from and get whatever, $500,000 a year, or you could come to NA, you know, where somebody's going to pay you $6,000 a year. He was hoping to jump Lilia, I guess. Or $6 million a year. So it's like, I mean, especially in that regard, you can't really fault people, I don't think, for just wanting to get the money. Just wanting to get paid, like perks. People like that. It would feel weird. I feel like Faker is one of those players. And now he's a little different because he's like a national hero. Like, he probably, like, gets so many endorsements. And, you know, he's just a celebrity everywhere he goes because esports are so revered in South Korea that it would be really hard for him to turn it down. Like, you'd have to pay an insane amount of money. He may not even do it still. Like, he seems to me like he's the kind of person... I didn't have any shields left. Don't have anything. This is so messy.
This feels like a game we're gonna throw.
Yeah. Faker, to me, feels like the kind of person where, like, once he has enough money to be comfortable, I think he would care a lot more about trying to represent his country and his team. It's because he's been there for so long. But, I mean, if someone offered him, like, a $15 million contract, like, he's probably got some number, you know? Everybody's got a number. I don't know if I needed an ult there to get her out. Maybe. Yeah, it's getting a little clowny. Leah's bottom. If they see that, they're immediately going to go Herald. Yeah. God. Yeah. Everyone's just running around getting caught. Look at where those skulls are on the map. That shouldn't happen. That cross map, people are dying. Stream should be fixed, yeah. I watched another tutorial thing and double checked everything. The update had changed some weird shit. I really don't like our jungler being bottom when an objective's up. Let's see if we can protect it. I don't know if they're doing it right now or not. Yeah. At least 2 of them are bottom. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, there's 3 bottom. Yeah, we should be able to get... Oh, fuck. It just timed, though. Can we kill him? I mean, yeah, let's try it. If they don't come look. Now, if Misfortune ults this pit, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, we gotta get out, I think. Lux is coming too.
I mean, let's...
No, I just need to get out. I mean, it seems like that. Like, people don't know basic shit, but then sometimes they do. I'd say people in Platinum are way, way better than they have been in the past. Yeah. Hell yeah. I mean, again, it depends on the number, but yes, absolutely, I would sell out. I mean, again, it's going to depend on how much more money he would make, including advertising and branding and stuff like that. Like, they probably pay him. He's probably one of the most paid people in Korea. No fucking way. But yeah, I mean, if it's something like with all of his combined stuff, if he's making, you know, $2 million and someone in NA, $2 million a year, and someone in NA is going to pay him $6. Yeah. I mean, I probably would. Depends on how much he has saved up, but... and how much he hates NA culture. I mean, he has a lot of fans over here, too. It's not like... I mean, not as much as he would have in Korea, but... I don't know. It seems weird. We probably... Wow, there's only 1 dragon that's been taken in this game? Yeah, so it depends on his combined money, and I mean, there's something to be said for family and friends and familiar culture and all that, like, does matter. That's why a lot of people, you know, from China or Korea, not all, but especially China, end up, like, going back home. Europeans, too, even. Everybody just loves their home. Yeah, if it's like, come over here for a couple of years and make $15 million. God damn it, is it really lagging again? Are you guys serious?
Boring. I'm way more fun now.
What the fuck? It was fine yesterday. Well, it just depends on how much money. I mean, I'm not a huge, like, you know, money freak or whatever, too, but...
I'm just helping it along.
It's fucking, it's unbelievable. Okay, well, I'll try to figure out what's up. After this game. If it's dropping friends, I know, but sometimes it's not. It depends on your lifestyle, but people say it really is, you know, could to some extent be about family and friends too. Right? If that opens up doors to, you know, give your wife or your kids or your mom or whatever, like, a better life. It just depends. So, like, going from not being a millionaire to getting, you know, for example, to getting something like $10 million is massive, right? But if you already have 50 million and you could do something that's going to be somewhat distasteful to you for whatever reason for another 5 million, right? That's, like, probably not worth it.
Forget my name, just call for the Lord of Darkness.
And it just kind of all depends on where you are in your life and how you're set. He's already a millionaire. Well, it just depends. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what his number is. I guess I'll just do Knight's Vow.
I love evil. Evil loves me.
I don't know how expensive. South Korea is kind of expensive. But I mean, if you're trying to set up, again, like, generational wealth, right, for your kids, your grandkids, and everyone else to, you know, be set up, like... Everybody's number might be a little different. And, you know, it might depend just how much you don't like whatever it is you're trying to do, you know what I mean? Like, if it's not that big of a deal for him to go to NA, like, if he's always wanted to check it out, like... God, Echo's, like, meta again, too, which is really annoying.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that blast plant.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't know all these things about him, though, but... You know, you gotta think of quality of life, too, man. I mean, he's getting older. Like, does he really want to be practicing for 16 hours a day, or would he rather just come to NA and chill and practice for 5, you know? So he could spend more time with his wife, kids, all that stuff. Like, that's a thing, too. Like, he is very competitive. I'm not saying whether he'll actually do it. If I had to bet, I would say he won't. Because I think you're right. I think he is too loyal. But someone was asking me, like, if I would, quote-unquote, sell out. And I was like, well, it depends on the money and what I'm doing. But... And, like, for how long? You know what I mean? Like, would I go do something boring as hell, or, like, something that I didn't really believe in or wasn't interested in? I mean, if I didn't think it was immoral. Like, it depends on if it's something immoral or not, in my mind. But would I go do something suboptimal for a year for $5 million? You bet I would. I'll go work an oil rig or something for a year for $5 million, or drive a truck, or work at the sawmill, or, you know, whatever. Go crabbing Whatever that, like, dangerous job is. Why would he leave? He's set for... I don't know, man. This is all just speculation. We don't know how set he is. Like, we don't know his financial situation. We're assuming he is. He probably is. We don't know. I mean, he seems like a pretty simple person, but as far as, like, financial stuff, maybe his wife likes to spend a lot of money. Yeah, that blast plant's hilarious. I don't know if I did read that, man. I'm trying to read everything. I'm pretty sure he's married. Or has a girlfriend or something. I can't keep up with everything while I'm playing. If you're talking to me, if you're talking to someone else, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I think most of this is just purely speculative. I don't think he's going to leave. Mostly for the reasons that you say. I think he's a celebrity there. He probably really likes it there. He's got friends and family there. So yeah, I don't think he'd leave. But is there, like, a hypothetical situation where maybe he would? Maybe, but I don't think it's likely. Fuck. Oh, I got stuff. This is probably gonna be bad. Hey, what's up here? And it's like, yeah, sort of, but I mean, there have been lots of Chinese and Korean players that have also gone to different places to play. Yeah, I mean, if he's part owner or whatever, then yeah, I mean, like I said, it's unlikely he would, but... I don't know. I think selling out is viewed very differently if you're the person who has the contract in front of you, rather than, you know, speculating abstractly about loyalty or whatever. That's why I can't hate on a lot of athletes for just taking a huge payout at some point. I mean, I wish they'd stay with their teams, and some people do, right? But at the same time, I'm not the one with the contract in front of me to, like, make those decisions. And Lockett came in clutch right there. So yeah, I mean, but like I said, I think you're right. I think he won't. So my milliseconds are a little bit higher than usual. Not like a ton, but they were working on the line. I don't know if you were here yesterday for that, Mouse, but they did actually work on the line and fix, supposedly, the internet line. When was that? A few days ago.
I only believe in myself.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I've had... But it depends on what it is. It's not like... I don't know. You're disavowing your country, you know what I mean? Like, you're making money to support your friends and family. But it just depends. I mean, there are obviously a lot of imports, as they call them, in NA and EU. Like, if they could, they would fill their entire roster probably with imports. So it's like, there definitely are players that will come over for the price. Most players will, if they get offered enough money. Just like every sport. There are some people that are diehard, like, you know, they'll only play for that one team forever, but I feel like that's very, very rare. Like Ray Lewis or whatever, you know, turned down a lot of money to stay with the Ravens. But he was, like, there at the start of it, And he's just like, he's so storied with it. And like Jordan never left the Bulls. I'm sure he got offers from somewhere else, but yeah, especially since T1 like had a really good showing this year. Yeah, I mean, like I'd put it at 5% that Faker would leave this year. But yeah, those are the factors: more money, more chill lifestyle, maybe opportunities in A. I mean, if he's already got a lot of branding and he's got T1, the brand kind of on lock, you just mad or what? Then maybe he wants some branding opportunities in NA, you know what I mean? Whatever, just end it. I don't know. I think it's very similar, probably. As far as like who would sell out and who wouldn't. I mean, if you're looking at it from a technical perspective, NA is the region that has the least amount of imports to other areas. Like, no one's paying NA people to go to other places. So does that mean that they're least likely to sell out? Because there are the least amount of NA players that go to other regions. I'm just saying. Yeah, it definitely was dropping frames. It looks like it's not currently dropping frames. Is it better for you guys? So it looks like there was a bit of a spike there for a little bit. It wasn't the encoder though, it's the internet, which I mean doesn't matter to you guys, but at least it's like everything I could have done on my end. As far as like OBS settings. I'm pretty sure. Which, that's good. That's a step in the right direction. If it's the internet, then I could maybe complain to them if it seems consistent. So yeah, again, it just depends. I don't know. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I like the idea of loyalty and honor too, and it again just depends on what you have to do, but. I think there's a price for some things, for sure. It depends on how much money you have, how much you need, sort of what lifestyle you like, all that kind of stuff. I mean, like, my wife and I really love this region, and you know, we've got a good setup, so we probably would not want to move. You know, even if I got offered like $100,000 for some reason to come teach, or to come like either to come teach in like California, or to like coach a college esports team, or just anything, I probably wouldn't do it to live in LA. So we'd be so far away. The cost of living is so much higher, and you know, we just like family and friends in the region and all that stuff here. But, again, if it was like, I'm getting offered $2 million to do it, yeah, I'd probably do it. At least for a while. Like, I wouldn't live over there permanently, but yeah, I'd grab a few years over there. Get my $6 million and come back. Yeah. And AJ's, baby, let's do it.
It's on now.
It is on.
You don't have the heart for this.
Damn, I already ate all my little bullshit candy. I put on a few more pounds. I gotta stop eating this bullshit. Start working out again. I was really good for a few months, but
I've been working out. I just gotta stop eating like freaking shit.
yeah,
That's my problem.
heard that.
I know what I have to do. It's just
The execution.
now I'm to the point now where it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas. I'm about to just there's no point of going into it now because you know you're gonna freaking eat something bad.
That's right.
That's the way I look at it.
It's true. Yeah, I need
Trust me,
to. I need. Sorry, go ahead.
I did my first cutting, like actually like dieting, like
Yeah.
right before Thanksgiving. So I did not eat turkey. I did not eat stuffing. I didn't eat pie, all that kind of shit, and I was miserable at the table. I was actually pretty disciplined at the time, but I would never do that again.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I guess just here gone. I kind of want to play something else, but I also kind of want to win.
Oh yeah, if we win this game, I get back to my promos and plat.
Nice. Wait, are you gold right now?
Yeah, I've been gold 1.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah. I got demoted
Nice.
when me and Brad played.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. We just, I mean, it was interesting, I'll say that.
Oh yeah. This is what, Twitch misfortune support, I guess?
Going against a Silas mid.
I think I keep the
Oh,
magic
really?
resist rune because they're gonna be poking with misfortune either way.
TS probably. Ooh, I like that. I like Varus right now, man. I like
Yeah.
the AD carry.
I think he's pretty legit.
I just wish I was better with him.
Oh yeah, these have been solo queue. Yeah, so once the preseason hit, we started doing solo queue ranked. Yeah. Yeah, I just need to order some weights from the gym, or like just build out a gym downstairs. Maybe for Black Friday.
You will get deals.
Yeah, that's probably what I need to do is just order a bunch of shit on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Dude, I'll never forget my dad when he was building his gym
Yeah.
in the basement. Got a bar, 315 pounds, and I think like it might have been like 20 to like 30-pound dumbbells for $130
Oh shit! Yeah, that's turbo cheap.
back in the now that's back in the that was like probably 10 or 12 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Yeah, if I want to do the just dumbbells with a bench, depends if I want to do rubber weights with like deadlifts. Clean Lee was telling me not to do it. Not to deadlifts. He said it's not worth it. Like I don't know. Like
Deadlifts?
that's what I feel like I get some of my biggest gains.
I mean, I mean, if you like doing them, do them. It just make sure you do them right.
Yeah, you gotta do them right and like not do. You know, I don't need to do like
Yeah,
max out. You know.
dude. I mean, I've done deadlifts before, dude. It's like a back burner.
Yeah.
I remember.
I'd rather do
But, I mean-
deadlifts than squats. I feel like deadlifts are way safer if you're by yourself than squats are.
Oh, for sure, because you could just drop the weight. It's not
Yeah.
that big of a deal.
Yeah. You just gotta have
Or
proper
squatting.
form and not do massive. But yeah, with the squat bar on you, that's probably the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
I mean, you
That's
can
some
lean
shit.
forward. That's happened to me before, where it was too much and I leaned forward and it caught on the rack. But it's, you know, somehow, some way, it doesn't catch on the rack. You're fucked. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've had my fair share of that kind of stuff.
I need to do more cardio. Yeah, I can just like run around my property. Like go to a nearby track or something. I was doing the pool, and that was great because that was more fun, and that's like kind of a total body workout and burns a lot of calories. I could even just get out there and just walk and read. I was doing that for a little bit. It's kind of cold, but I could maybe do some of that again. Alright, who's the 80s? Okay, Misfortune's the support. But yeah, what I was looking at, I think without the rubber weights, it was like 500 something for the setup. Yeah, with the rubber weights and like a deadlift bar and whatever, it's gonna be closer to 1,000. But that was when prices were super high last spring, so maybe they've come down, or maybe there'll be some discounts. There were some things. Santra had me looking on like a Facebook marketplace that occasionally people be selling some stuff. You can get those little flex, like a set of those little flex dumbbells or whatever, the magnetic ones, you change weights and stuff. I think it's like 400 bucks for 2 of those.
You really hit 3? Dude, how does Joker hit 3 before me?
Trolling. Nice. Get it in January. Sporting goods store to go on sale in January.
That's true. A lot of people with the New Year resolutions.
That's true, yeah.
I'm sure you can find you might be actually be able to find better deals than Black Friday during that time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's Camille Jungle. Huh. That is weird. I'm warding that because they haven't done Scuttle yet. I'm gonna be a little behind on XP from leading lane, but oh, Camille's there?
She's dead. She already flashed. She already has no. Oh wait, she could go over. We're coming to get Camille.
Okay.
It's all filthy and dangerous. And that's why I love it. It's me.
Oh yeah, the wave's crashing.
Camille creeping up.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
She might still be here. They're acting really brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to entertain. What you do?
Nice, he sniped him?
Nice. Holy shit.
Good job.
Like that.
You're only given a little spark of madness.
Oh, we gotta push this.
They've never seen moves like mine.
I'm gonna be late, but I'm gonna help him do this. Well, yeah.
I dance because I'm free.
Do I do Mikhail's again, or... I think I'm just gonna do Ionians here.
I think they underestimate my charm. How is that even possible?
Twitch is missing. He's probably here, but...
He wouldn't come in, I don't think, since he's the 80 carry.
So yeah, I lost about 20 pounds, but I put on about 5 more. Now, that last 5, though, was because I got a stomach virus. So that was kind of cheating to get those last 5. But... it's an unfun way to get them. But yeah, I need to do a little bit more cardio. I think, like, I don't know, weights are good. And then, like, I need to model stuff for Rory better, too. Like, I need to work out, like, getting the weights. And it's like, I could go to the gym, but if, you know, eventually we get, like, weights don't really go bad, you know? Most of the time. I guess unless they break. But it's just a lot cheaper and a lot less hassle to have, you know, and we've got the space to have a little weight room downstairs for 4 people rather than 4 gym memberships. And, just to get her, like, in kind of that working out mentality, I also need to read in front of her more. Because she does like reading, and she liked running around. I was running around outside. She's like, Dad, are we going to do some laps tonight? I was like, oh, it's too cold tonight, honey. I can't do it. But she loved going out trying to run with me.
Twitch is mid.
I mean, like, diet does matter, but I think that lifting weights does burn calories passively. You get that, what? Pound of muscle burns 50 calories passively per day. Okay. We could probably dive her then. And then fat burns, what, 3 calories per day? Something like that? Unless you're morbidly obese. Okay, let's dive her. Let's dive her.
I'm not gonna decide to ult there, buddy.
Holy sh...
There's wildness in the bees and the flowers. It's just a few human
Yeah, it's misfortune support. I can't believe we fucking lost. He just did not, he wasn't ready to go immediately. Yeah, he fucked that up. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like super obvious. You have a misfortune support, under tower, Rakan with ult, ignite, flash. You have ult as Varus.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you don't have good calories, it doesn't matter. You know, the easiest calories to burn are the ones you never eat. But I think it does do some, right? If you can put on 10 pounds of muscle, that's 500 passive burn a day. Which, I mean, is like 1 slice of pizza or something, but that's still something. Hey, what's up, Brad?
I've been kicked around since I was born. It's all right.
Twitch just fucking, I don't know, She's never coming back to lane, I guess. We got her some. I don't know if we got her flash. I'm pretty sure we got her heal, though. Alright, let's try this round 2.
What humans call magic,
Okay.
we call life.
Fuck. God damn it, of course she shows up. Varus doesn't even know. Alright, he's just gonna suicide in tower. Alright. I guess that's something.
Oh my god.
Twitch has like no CS though. Oh, he missed! Oh, he got her. Okay. Thought he was gonna miss. That was gonna be rough. Oh, we need to kill them, dude. What? You're not gonna kill the misfortune that's alone under tower? I mean, the Camille, like... The Camille showing up was kind of bad, right? But... I think you can't let Twitch roam for free. We have a ton of CC. She has no escape. She's squishy as hell. Like... I think everybody's diving her right there. Unless... you know for sure that the jungler's there or like mid's gonna rotate or something. Is Twitch leaving for this long is like really bad for them because she's like not getting her gold generation for her item either at this point. I think she's probably, and because she hasn't finished it, I think she's probably at the point where she's only getting 4 gold per minion, something like that. Yeah, I saw what happened, but it was bad execution, man. I don't know, like, so many high-level players dive all the time, especially if it's a 2v1 situation. Just like that. That was good execution. Yeah, I mean, I think you can't be, in my opinion, too results-oriented. Like, well, we died on that dive, so that was the wrong play. It's like, well, it was just wrong. I mean, I don't think it's doing me, though. I think, I don't know, in my opinion, if you were to ask, you were to poll, like, you know, however many Diamond Plus players, like, would you dive this or not? I think the vast, vast majority would say that they would. But... I mean, maybe if the ADC has proven themselves to be, like, grossly incompetent or something. Like, if the ADC's obviously grossly incompetent, or if it's something that can handle itself under tower a lot better, if it's some kind of tank, you know, like a Leona or something, I think it's a little different. Or again, if you have, like, really good intel and you know, like, for sure the jungler is going to be there. But... well, I mean, that time was a little different, too, because we have more items. But... it's kind of what Brad said, too. It's like, even if it's a push, like... even if you both die, like, a lot of times it's still worth. Shit. I'm gonna burn out. Might burn out.
Bad.
Yeah, feels real bad. I even tried to fucking auto her a couple more times. I just don't do any damage. I know I'm in plat, but like you can say like it's not a complicated dive, man. Like the enemy's in plat too. So then it's even less likely that the jungler is going to come down and cover it. Right? Like if it's challenger or something, they might see, okay, the wave's pushing towards bottom, I'm going to come down and cover that. Just in case they dive. I don't know. I think it's correct to dive it. We just didn't execute correctly on the first one.
Dominating. Shut down. Double kill.
Hey, what's up, Colin? Do I play Renata? I could maybe try her out more. I hadn't thought about her in a little bit, but I've played her a few times, so I wouldn't say I play her that much. But yeah, I mean, if you wouldn't do it, that's fine. But I just feel like it was a good opportunity to punish that Twitch for roaming so much. But Renata's really good right now. I just don't play her. There are several things that are like good that I just don't play. Okay. No. Okay, thank God. This Aatrox's pretty strong.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Nice, got the dragon. I don't know, man. I think you're giving Misfortune support way too much respect. Yeah, you know, like I wouldn't dive the Misfortune. I don't know. I think that's like one of the easiest possible champions to dive. If that's the question, it's like she has no CC, no burst damage. I don't know. I think you have to get as much advantage as you possibly can because you just have to expect, like, your team's gonna probably throw at some point. So you just need to like have enough power where you can overcome that. But I mean, I guess maybe like you're just more conservative about that kind of stuff in general. I mean, we were talking about investments also the other day. Right, where you were cool just kind of sitting on cash even though I was like explaining inflation and why you need to be invested to keep up, right? It's kind of a similar thing here. It's not inflation, but it's like other people could all of a sudden throw or be losing their lanes or whatever, and you know, just as much advantage as you can have coming out of your lane that you can safely get, I think is huge. But
Killing spree.
Yeah, it looks bad, sure. Like, it's not good right now, but if you just sat in cash for the last 10 years or so, instead of being just sitting, like, with S&P 500 the entire time, you'd be down, like, an astronomical amount of money. So yeah, it's like if you're timing the market, if it's like the first time you invested is this year, yeah, it's bad. But if you stayed invested the whole time, then you would have gained a lot. And it's going to go back up. I should have shielded just to get something. So yeah, every so often, you know, it doesn't go up, but it's been up for, you know, 8 out of the last 10 years or something like that. But yeah, inflation's also really far up, so it's like, if you just straight owned the S&P 500, I think it's down like 22% or something this year. It's gone back up a little bit. It might be only down like 15% now. But like if inflation's at 8%, you're automatically losing like that 8%. And you could have dividend companies and stuff like that. If you like wait until it goes back up to like max level or whatever, then you lose, like if you get out near the bottom, then you lose all of that on the way back up. It's just so hard to time the market. Because there are so many people with like insider information or just better analysis or whatever that are going to time it better. So I think it really is, you know, the old saying, it's more about time in the market rather than timing the market a lot of times. And there are other ways you can do risk mitigation and stuff like that. I just think that cash is almost always like a bad thing to hold. I mean, you don't have to be like 100% invested 24/7, but I think that like a lot of it needs to probably be in. I don't feel bad for Bitcoin people at all. It's bullshit speculative investment that I've been talking about the whole time. I mean, I guess like people that got hustled in the hype, okay, you know, I'm not like super cutthroat, but it's just like, it's so obvious to me that it's like just rife for fraud. And that it has like no intrinsic value. I don't know. I feel a lot worse for people that just own like S&P 500 and it went down a lot because of inflation. But it'll be back. I mean, when I first started investing, I really liked gold. You know, which is not the exact same as Bitcoin, but the narrative was very, very similar when I first started, and it was during a crash. It was 2008, was when I very first started putting a little bit of money in. And I didn't have a lot of money, but I put the little bit that I had in. And I really liked the idea of gold, because people are like, oh, it's a hedge against inflation, and there's going to be all this crazy-ass inflation, right? This is back in 2008 when oil hit like 140 a barrel or something very briefly. And then for the next 14 years, it probably averaged $60 a barrel or something. Yeah, it was the same story. Like, oh, get it, it's secure. And then, you know, listen to all these doomsayers saying, oh, the US dollar has no value. It's a fiat currency. Buy gold. We need to go back to the gold standard. You know, and I bought into that narrative. I was like, oh, it's a safe haven asset. Or it's at least like a good way to hedge against inflation and all this. It's like, no, it's not. A lot of the time, it's not. Because it's a risky asset. It has no value. It's just whatever people think it's worth, whatever they want to pay for it. Has no use value. And therefore, like, it doesn't have a good, like, it doesn't have a clear narrative. Like, you don't know when it's doing well or not. It's just whatever people think about it, you know? Like, if you own a stock, you can understand, sort of, like, what's good and what's bad, right? Like, when is it going to go up or down? Sort of. Like, you understand, like, when you should hold them and fold them to some extent on stocks. I don't know. I just don't like things that don't have a lot of use value when I'm investing. I like to have a clear narrative. Gold has physical value, does it? I mean, it's like used some in computing, but a lot of it's just aesthetic. It's like in jewelry and stuff. I think there's probably more use value. Well, I don't know. Like crypto, there are some situations maybe if a country doesn't have a stable currency, but they could also just hold US dollars. That's what a lot of places do. They don't have a stable company or currency. They just peg their currency to the dollar. I don't know. Like, owning stuff is, like, good. I just don't think gold's the stuff. Like, I would rather own real estate, I think is the best thing if you have the money to get into that. Now, it might go down a little bit over the next year or two, who knows. But it's like, people gotta have somewhere to live. That's not gonna change. And something like oil. Now, I hope we get away from oil sooner rather than later. So, like, in my heart, I don't like oil. But the reality is just...
I'm gonna die. Turret.
But yeah, something like oil that's useful. Or if you could get, like, somehow get access to food, like wheat. Like, futures are weird because it's very hard to invest directly in commodities. Futures aren't great, I don't think, for buy and hold. It's like for trading. I tried to look up futures one time. It's kind of complicated. But like oil companies, you have a pretty easy solution. You just buy something like Exxon, which is very closely tied to the price of oil and has a huge ass dividend. But like wheat and stuff, I just don't know like what stock you would get for that. I mean like John Deere or something. But that's like, it's different because that's machinery. That's like trying to get farm machinery. And so that's like affected by farm parts and supply chains and all that crap. There probably is like an ETF that's like spot price, like directly correlated with the spot price of wheat. There might even be one that's like a collection of different commodities. That'd be an interesting if they don't have that already, if it just had didn't have crazy ass fees and wasn't scammy. Just like something that's a diversified collection of popular commodities. It's got like wheat in it, copper. Stuff like copper is another good one. That's not great for a downturn, obviously. But like copper mines and stuff like that. Southern Copper was something that I invested a little bit in way back in the day because it had a fat ass dividend. But so, a lot of these countries, or a lot of these companies also are in other countries, and I do not like investing internationally, because I don't really, it's really hard to understand, like, their laws, and just to trust their regulations, that there's not going to be some weird scam shit going on. Rakan invests in oil, that's why it has positive win rate. Gold, yeah, gold probably has more value than Bitcoin. That's probably fair. Investing in diner. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, the thing is, if something seems too good to be true, it usually is. As like corny as that saying is most of the time. If there's something that's perceived to be low risk, like very low risk, and you're getting much more than the S&P 500 average return, then that's a problem. So if you're getting much more than like 6 or 7% and people are marketing it as like really low risk, then usually you gotta really like do some research on it. I mean, S&P is not like ultra low risk, but I think it's the safest like quote unquote risky asset because it's so diversified. And it's gonna go up even if one or two of the companies, you know, get fucked over, and it's rotating, right? If something loses value, then it rotates out of the S&P 500 and another company takes its place. So either that or investing in Dow Dow is a lot more heavily weighted towards industrials, I think, and S&P is more heavily weighted towards tech. Yeah, I mean, Southern Copper's not that bad. I haven't looked at this company in like 10 years or something, but I think it was in like Peru or something. Mexican. Peruvian. Okay, so they have mines all over the place. So maybe it's a US-based company that's just got mines in these places. Mexico's like an okay place for mines and things, because it's like more politically stable than a lot of these places that are like mining in these African countries, which is okay, but you just never know if like the government's gonna come in and like take your mine or something if it starts making money. But yeah, they're only down 6% this year, which, I mean, that sounds bad, but that's good when the S&P's down way less, and they've got a 3 and some change dividend. So something like that, in my mind, if you want to own, like, stuff, it is a lot better than Bitcoin or gold. Just some company has a dividend, big-ass company. Obviously, Exxon is pretty good. So, Exxon is up 83% this year, by the way. With a 3% dividend. Wish I'd held it, man. I had some Exxon at like $30 a share. I mean, it's always easy to go back and say that, but it stayed between 30 and 40 for like long ass time. Well, I guess it was really 2020 COVID-19. It fell from like $80 a share down to 30, and then until recently it stayed at about 30 to 40. But oh, is Double Lift joining 100 Thieves? I didn't know that was official. I haven't kept up. Wait, what do we have here? Another misfortune. Oh, you're down here. All right,
I am down here.
it's on. Alright, I'm gonna do an Armoroon. Senna's probably gonna be hitting us. God, Senna's so obnoxious. Oh, Bjergsen's going there too? Oh, shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like, obviously not a grandmaster financier, right? But I've been doing it, and I've been trying to study it for a while at this point. 15-ish years, 14, whatever, off and on. Mixed success rate, but dude, who else is left there? So you've got Double Lift. Their ADC was pretty good though, right? Who was good off 100? I know they did really well the last couple of years. Like, who's their team? MF support's fine. Was there something that changed?
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, actually, yeah, FBI wasn't that good.
Oh, that's your favorite.
He's legit.
So,
Oh, Sona. Yeah, dude, she freaking whooped my ass for the first 3 or 4 months of this year. I had like a 40-something% win rate against her early. It's real bad. And then she got nerfed.
I should be able to blow her up.
Yeah. I mean, if you get a hold of her, you can definitely kill her, but it's just kind of hard to trade with her early because she heals.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it taking so long?
Some days gone. Yeah, the thing is, like, Double Lift and Bjergsen are great. I just hope they're not too old. Who else did they have? Did they have a good jungler? I can't remember.
I guess he doesn't need a leash.
Just reminds me of the Lakers from, like, 2004 when I was hyped when they got, like, Gary Payton and Karl Malone with Kobe and Shaq. But then, like, Gary and Karl were so washed. By the end of the season, they got beat by the Pistons. God, I'm still salty about that, man. It's like, fuck, that would have been not a three-peat, but 3 and 4 years, and that might have kept Kobe and Shaq together. If they could have just figured their shit out and not broken up, man, that would have been how they were so much fun to watch. Oh, dude, they should snap up Impact, man. I don't know how bad he was last year, but he's like a perennial, like... Oh, wow, she's running that way, huh? I thought she could have run and flashed out. Yeah, Impact would be so good on a team like that if he's not totally washed, because he's one of the all-time, like, great NA tank players. And that's what you want. When you've got 2 all-stars in your other lanes, Doublelift and Bjergsen, you just want someone you can put up top and just let them do their thing. Just say, hey, don't die, play Ornn, and we'll carry you. That's what I think. You don't need a carry. I mean, that was like Dyrus' secret way back in the day. With like, who'd they have? Reggie and Turtle and stuff like that. Core JJ was kind of having a hard season. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, obviously Doublelift and Core have a really good synergy and history together. So yeah, that would be amazing. But Impact, I think Impact would be so good. Because Bjergsen and Doublelift are going to command so much attention that you don't really want to carry top laner unless they're like turbo badass. I would just want the Ornn guy top every game. And I think if that's what your game plan is, I think Impact's one of the best. As long as he's not so washed.
Magic is a fury. It is a song you cannot resist.
I'm glad to see Doublelift and Bjergsen. Well, Bjergsen was back last year, but I think it's really good for the game. I'm really surprised. Why did they go to 100 Thieves, though? I guess just to, like, a fresh start. They don't have to mess. Well, obviously, they don't want to go back to TSM with all the shit going on over there. But why not Liquid, though? Do they just want a fresh start or something? Like, who are they playing with on 100 Thieves that would make them want to go there over Liquid? Or maybe it's a money thing. Maybe Liquid just has too much money. Like, they're already too invested and they just couldn't afford them. Maybe that's what it is. Their owner is really cool. I'm pretty sure. Like, Nade Shot, everybody says he's cool. It might be a money thing, or maybe they just like the vibe there. Shaco hopefully will come back in a minute. TL got rid of Bjerg. Well, yeah, I just don't know, like, where their most competitive thing is. But if they got some good people at 100 Thieves, and if they have the money... Wow. That's like ultimate respect. They're so scared of this Shaco. What conspiracy shit? No, I mean, but who did they lose, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. They obviously are replacing their ADC and mid laner. I just don't remember who's on them. Like, were their ADC and mid laner, were those integral to their success? Or was it like their jungler that they retained? And I don't know who's a free agent. That's why I'm saying I just don't know, like, who all they still have. And if those people performed, like, really well last year. I know they had a pretty good rank. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't remember who's on which team or, like, who has left which team. Which team's picking up that Korean, or the person who won Worlds? Is that Liquid? Okay, I think Closer was good, right? Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get this Sona here. Never mind. Cat's coming. Cat's coming.
The universe loves me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's a new roster, why would they do it? But I think Closer was pretty good. Yeah, I don't remember. I thought I heard that the guy who won Worlds, I don't know if it was mid lane or what, someone who won Worlds was coming to NA for some team, but I don't remember which team it was. Wish they could come gank again. Hopefully he comes back. Nice. Look at this gangster Shaco, man.
Dude,
Giving
for
you these
real.
kills.
Appreciate that.
That's 2 kills he's giving you.
Well, I got the one. I only got one. I think you got the other one.
Oh, oops. My bad. Or no, maybe he
So
took...
actually,
I didn't
he
get
got
any
them
kills.
both.
Maybe he took...
he got
took
them.
it. Oh, he
It's
got it.
fine.
Okay.
He
They
just
gave
gonna
you
be
that
able
one,
to
which is good.
assassinate anybody.
Long
Yeah.
Yeah.
mankind danced upon the mountain.
Yeah, we could just push this.
Yeah. Flystar is getting the Superstar Korean Mid. Okay, that was it. Or FlyQuest. Okay.
I get myself hyped.
Yeah, we'll just do Ionians here.
All right. I dance
Have they backed yet? No, they did. It's that dragon timing. Like, getting dragons is good, but they always get a little... That's your ISP, buddy. He's unbearable. Well, 78 is kind of bad. 53 is playable, man. Come on.
Get to the point where the Sona's gonna start taking damage.
Yeah. Ping is really not Riot's thing most of the time. Like, 99% of the time, it's your ISP. If I would have hit that, would have been nice.
I dance because I'm free.
Oh, okay. She's not here? Can we
she's
wrap around and get her? Ah, never mind. Okay, they're here. They're all
Oh
here.
shit, they're all here.
They will remember my name. When you open your eyes,
She could still be here, like in a side brush or something. I doubt it, but...
you weren't a little frightened.
Can I... How do I do the ping?
It's magic. It's wild. I'm just here for the party.
Where's the ward ping? Assist me, hold,
Watch.
bait, retreat.
Well, I don't know how you do.
You guys know what the ward ping is? You get the timer on it?
How is that even possible?
I'll have to look it up. 'Cause that is useful. I need to start doing that more. Oh, whoops. Cat's missing, jungle's missing. We probably back it up.
Turret has been destroyed.
Where was that? Top?
I don't want to war.
can maybe get him right here. Really? Okay, get her at this. She's split up from the misfortune. Nice. Good job. Oh,
Wow.
damn, I looked at the chat for a second. I don't know if my shield might have saved you. Oh, you get 5 gold for pinging their wards with it too? I didn't realize that. You have to set a hotkey for vision here.
Look good.
Huh.
Feel good. Let's kick some ass.
I didn't realize where it was 8 to 1.
Yeah, I just died.
How do you set it? Interface? Game? Do you know how to set it, Brad? Especially if it's 5 gold.
Damn it, Zyra, where are you?
Nerd communication.
Where's communication? Oh, hotkeys communication. Okay.
I'm offended by how little attention.
I could make it tilde. I had been doing that as like push to talk, but just been using League in-game chat for that now. I thought about it, but I wasn't sure if we had enough juice to get her. I didn't have any way to get out if I W'd her. Oh, a normal ping works too? What, just any ping on it? What's up, Mr. Alex?
I do not wish to kill the mortals. I want them to hear the
Because I thought I just pinged something. And it didn't, like, give me the timer. I do like how they changed it on the minimap, too. It's a lot easier to see. Oh, a regular ping, like a green ping or something? I think I just want it, like, single button would be really nice.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I was wondering why I would randomly get 5 gold. I think it's because I was marking it by auto-attacking it. Oh, like that? Like a back ping? I think Reggie just has an extremely bad reputation on TSN now. And a lot of people don't want to work for him. I mean, they can still pay a lot of money. Oh, but killing the ward only gives you 25 gold now. So if you're the one that pings it and discovers it, you get the 5 gold, but then you only get 25 for killing it instead of 30. That's what it is, I think. Classic normal. I don't remember the normal ping. What is normal ping? I don't know. I'm just gonna make it tilde after this. Okay, so it's not like extra gold. If you're gonna kill it anyways. But even just getting the timer, like gold aside. Cat's missing. I'm coming. Senna's trying to rotate up. T hoodie. Dude, they're gonna fucking rake the money though. Like, bring it back double lift. Everyone already likes that org. Because the way they do business, Nate Shot's cool, all that stuff. Isn't Nate Shot, doesn't he also do offline TV? It is Nate Shot who's the owner, right? I think offline TV's still pretty popular too. Like with Scara, Pokimane, and some other people. So they've got some really good branding.
I don't want a world that's safe.
Yeah, it was a nice little combo. And then Katarina just like ran right into me. Oh, Scar is the owner of Offline. Okay. Maybe I was thinking of something else, maybe. Did she even level up her ult? I feel like, I mean, I don't think it would have mattered either of the 2 times I've seen her die, but... Alright, this is about to get rowdy. We need to probably not do this. Yeah, let's roll out. Run this way, run this way. You're about to have like 5 people here. That's like their last hope, is just send everybody.
Humans claim
Alright, Sion's pressuring top.
fence us away.
Oh, they got Dragon up. Yeah, just push. Can we push? Just get him off that Dragon.
I can't wait to see what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, then we gotta try to keep him off of this. It may not work. Alright, just run. Fuck.
They ain't ready.
God. Hmm.
When I get sad,
I don't know if I'm able to save him.
Savor life.
Enemy has been slain.
I've been kicked around since I was born.
Um,
It's all right. It's okay.
I guess I'll just stick with Locket here. I don't know, the extra damage is nice, but like Locket's protection is pretty good too. So do you know if they'll remove Duo? They're not gonna fully remove Duo Q. They got rid of it for Masters Plus. So it no longer exists in Masters Plus, but I don't think they're ever gonna get rid of it in solo queue, because statistically it just doesn't like matter. If you look at it, there's not a statistically significant difference in people that solo and people that duo. Yeah, Jason did hit all of them there, I think. That's good.
Yeah, I got them all.
Galio's about to get an inhibitor too.
Well, we get MF.
Yeah. She stays.
She's like,
Should I be
She's running.
running? Yeah, I should probably be running.
Rampage.
Well, alright.
Shut down.
For humans, magic is like
Alright, Set's coming down. Shaco is kind of close. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe they will. I just don't think so, because I think a lot of people like playing with a friend. And it doesn't really make that much of a difference, statistically. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they've released a study about it. I mean, unless you're getting boosted or something. Fuck. Oh, I didn't. God damn. I thought I lock-it-ed. I guess I got stunned or I just failed to press lock-it button. Oh, that was really bad. Nobody wants that. Yeah, I just don't think it would be a win. Like, Masters Plus is a little different.
Killing spree.
Oh my god.
They think they can catch me.
Just because that's, like, the most competitive of competitive, right? And, like, if you get, like, a pro player with his support or something like that, then that does lead to massive advantages, but I think up until you get to Masters, it's just people hear challengers complain about it, and they just feel like, well, logically, you know, people are going to get a huge advantage if they play with a friend, but it's like, really, they aren't, because most people play with friends. Like, if they're worried about just really unfair teams, I would be in favor of them tightening up the brackets, saying you can only duo with someone who's within 3 or 4 brackets or something of you. So, like, Platinum 1 could duo with Platinum 4, but Platinum 1 could not duo with, like, Gold 4.
If it don't get out of control, it ain't hard.
I would be in favor of that, because that does lead to some really lopsided games. I mean, another concern could be boosting, you know, but really, there's not that much boosting, honestly. Like, people will make a lot more out of it. We don't have Scion. Scion doesn't have TP. This could be bad. I think we might have to just lay this down. Fuck. I mean, I guess if it's just me. Ooh, okay. Okay, it might be Baron. Shaco gets them all? No. Yeah. I mean, we did get the dragon. And we were only -1. I think. -2 for dragon, but... Thoughts about Neela? Honestly, haven't played with her enough. She seems strong the times that I've played with her.
Magic isn't supposed to be safe.
Regular, ping is the one in the middle. Oh, okay.
A lot of words.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Okay, well, if it's just middle mouse button, I could do that. Nice. Push this one wave with me real quick, and then we'll go. Okay.
Plunge into it. Move with it. Dance and dance.
Ravenous Hydra Gen build. Ravenous just got nerfed. I guess it was really strong. I didn't think it was going to be, like, insane to start, but... Okay. She flash? Oh god. I was trying to soak shots. Oh my god. This is getting... I'm gonna get like one-shotted by the Sona. Fuck. Yeah, that was dumb. I don't know why, like, he had to go that hard. Like, we got a pick, just walk up. I could have also just walked out. I mean, we could have just gotten that tower in his left. I think Sion got 1 or 2 with that crazy suicide. And then, like, we could have just gotten the tower and backed up and it would have been fine, I think. I just tried to overcommit to saving him.
They're scared of darkness. They're scared of magic. They are scared of where I'm from.
Shut down.
Without wild magic, we have no children.
I don't know that we necessarily need frontliner, like, sort of, but we need to kind of just not die. I mean, if he puts pressure on side lanes, it's fine.
Zyra says someone has to die, they die.
Down. Enemy double kill. Ally has been slain.
Yeah, I don't know who we're all, like, aiming for, but got 1 kill there. I knocked them all up. Chaco's coming. Okay, I think Kat had to back. She was really low.
Everyone is watching.
Oh, whoa.
I am here to entertain
Nice.
myself. But you too.
Hey,
Yeah. I know, Brad. It's not. It wasn't going in the right way. But
you need to be able to buy like an
Why is it
IE.
taking so
Straight
long
up.
to get back to the action?
I should have run from the cat. I thought I could maybe hang where they're like take a little bit more of a hit than I did, but she still just deletes me.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh. Gracious.
Yes, it is. I'm worried there for a second.
Okay. Shit. Alright. Nice. It's like, damn it, I wasted my W. Okay, well, we got it.
They will see my death.
Your team has destroyed
Oh, I don't have the Baron. Okay, never mind. For some reason, I was like, I need to go give those minions the Baron buff.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
I know, yeah, that's happened way too many times to me, too. Where it just looks like it's locked up, and then you just have a really bad, like, 3 minutes. Well, I mean, that's a good thing for the game. Not that it happens to us, but that it can happen, so that people can get back in the game if the winning team fucks up. Because that's always the problem with a game, most games, where you have kind of a progression system, is that once you get to a certain point, you know, it's so hard to get back into the game if they have more items than you. So. Alright, well, that was, what, 3-0? Domination?
Hell yeah. That felt good.
Yeah, it did. Cranking it on the Jhin. Jhin practice paying off.
Yeah, Jhin was fun.
Oh, yeah. Alright, man. Well, I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.
Yeah, you'll be on tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I'll catch you.
Alright, I'll see you then. Sure. What's the joke here, Nizak? What does a deaf gynecologist do for a living? Something with like ultrasounds? I don't think is the gynecologist the one that does ultrasounds? I don't know. I don't know. What? Reads lips. Nice. That's a good one. Scandalous. Alrighty. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Probably around 11 o'clock, midnight, something like that. Hopefully we can keep the wins going. I'll see if I can do the support tier list tomorrow. I know I'm a bit late on that. I did want to play a few games on the patch and just kind of see where everything is, but looks like it's about the same, at least for supports. But I'll do some more research and kind of let you guys know on where I think everything stands. But anyways, thanks. Have a good one, and I'll see you next time.